Well, it is Monday, June 14, 2021. I guess we're exactly 1 week before the mega elections in New York City. I forgot how many titles, because these bitches, I think they're royalty or something. I don't know. I don't know. This is today's headline. This tabloid is like, they're always surprised. Always surprised. It's like, oh my god, this shit's been going on forever. Homelessness rages in NYC. These latest data from the NYPD show that not enough have changed with the NYPD, the way NYPD interacts with New Yorkers of color since the mayor claimed to have ended stop and frisk. This is a report from the Legal Aid Society. Of course not. I sent them my video. They didn't want to use it. I sent them my video when I got ambushed at 125th Street in Harlem. You know, they set up a makeshift, well, I wouldn't say makeshift because I'm sure it's high-tech precinct right there inside the train station. Yeah. It's a shame that they don't even blur. They don't even blur the pictures. It's all a publicity, you know. This is all, like I said, we have elections in a week, so they're trying to create all kinds of last minute bullshit. Yeah, I think Saturday started early voting. Yeah, they say like this muscle mandate gotta go. There's no reason why we still gotta be policed like children. I don't care what people say, you know. It's all bullshit. All bullshit except with this. It will be good to look into more further into this report from the Legal Aid Society, but we already know that this words, they talk, and no change. Oh shoot! I was gonna bring some flyers. Anyway. It got kind of depressing today because there was no sunlight at all. The sun just came out as I came out of my house. You know, the sun came out, so it's very humid. So I feel very like kind of like groggy. Oh shoot! There was something I wanted to play you and I forgot. Alright, I'll do it tomorrow. The Independent, that's how you spell it. Indie with a Y, which is a Jewish rag. Had an expose on a few of the candidates. So I I try to just to send it out, you know, to people. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, you know. There's a Diane Morales. Just so you can have a sample taste. For more than a decade, she was the CEO or director, or whatever it's called, I don't know, of this organization who became responsible for evicting hundreds or thousands of New Yorkers. I don't even know. I mean, like, they didn't want to be like, I guess they don't want to get shut down. I guess, I don't know. And it was interesting how they left out Mark Levine, which is SOB. They mainly expose black and brown candidates. So, duh. What else is new? So, early last month, some of her campaign staff went on strike because they want to get unionized. And her response was to fire them, especially the 4 leaders. They always go after the leaders, you know, they don't waste time, you know. Unbelievable, you know. And she called herself a leftist, a socialist, Democrat, whatever. So I'm hoping that for Manhattan Borough District, we get a little bit of an upset, because enough is enough, you know. They talk, and don't do nothing. She actually bailed out Guggen's, you know, a white restaurant. Not only with that, they painted out as if that restaurant was like a representative of the community, which is not. It's a colonizer. Renting for Columbia University. I mean, like, just the name of that, you know, their name after Christopher Columbus, that should tell you everything, right? Shameless. So I'm hoping Mr. Guillermo Ali will win this election. I gotta go back home and think of a way. But it's hard to know who live in Manhattan, but I'm gonna go to the Facebook groups, and there might be somebody from Manhattan. I mean, I'm gonna go to the Mexican Facebook group. I'm not gonna go to the, because they're shameless. They block you. They'll block you. I mean, like, if you go to the Washington Heights Facebook group, which is mostly all white, they will block you in a second for promoting a candidate that is not white. Mm, every day, like not every day, every week, I get out of my house or I'm close to my house, and I see them just like nothing. They're just walking like. I wanted to ask them, what the hell are you doing here? So the elections are rigged because Espaillat, he's in Congress now. He took Charles Rangel position. He set up a whole, he don't bring nobody from outside. He don't endorse nobody from that is not like pledging fidelity and So I live in the little Dominican Republic, the little DR. But I noticed that when to them, they mostly vote white, and sometimes Dominican without even asking anything in return, not tangibles. It's like it's become a crime to ask for tangibles. It's like, enough is enough. Enough is enough, Why you like I don't know. I mean, I asked them and they're like, oh, like Carmen de la Rosa. I know she helped out some people. She helped out. But it's like, that's the same thing what the non-profit industrial complex do. They got their tokens, they help some strategic cases, and they publicize them, and they're like, oh yeah, they pick and choose who they're gonna help out. Like when I got ambushed by the NYPD, they decided that was not a good case. I would, oh, I don't know, but that's not a reason to vote for somebody, It's about the whole district. In this case, with Mr. Guillermo Ali, it's the Manhattan. It's a lot of stake. That would be a nice upset, these elections, to have somebody that come from outside the establishment and see what happened, right? Now our work would be like to be on top of him, not to sell out. He seemed to be, a man of character, so I will do that. I will do that. I also will vote for Mr. Tirso Piña, Piña, Tirso Piña. I noticed that they don't want him. none of the politicians. He don't have like this, because right now, this final week, all they're doing is like, oh, this is the winning team. And they're all endorsed by Richie Torres, which is a despicable human being, He just found out he's black last year, so he could win the elections. And now he's in the Senate. Now he's in the Senate, yeah, he's in the Senate now. I mean, he was not even a city council member for like not even 5 years, I think. And he did like meteoric ascent, and he's not even, I think he's like 40 years old. We know that stuff don't happen in real life, I mean, like, nobody get like elected into city council and then, unless you are, I mean, people, they don't see that this is a game of chess. This is not checkers, So when you look at all the ones that are there, they are all friends of Israel, all of them. They're Zionists, whether they know it or not, but that's why they got to where they got, In Mexico, they're actually pushing for this woman, which is, small hat. And so far, I mean, she's the mayor of Mexico City now, and she had never showed any solidarity with Palestine. And she had a scandal about some, the internet that we're using in Mexico City, and that come from Israel. And it's just like, I mean, why you're making business with Netanyahu and stuff, Supposedly he's out, Netanyahu, supposedly. I don't even know. That's a nice upset, but I'm sure that he got out because he's done. Now they're bringing another tool. Sorry. So, where was I? I forgot. I forgot where was I. Maya Wiley. I mean, she actually had the nerve to coin, her campaign, strategy directed to Latin Americans, and she go like, vaya con Maya, like, oh my God. And I, Professor Black Truth, actually I have not. This is why I have to read what he posted. That was like 2 weeks ago, and I still haven't got a chance to read it. Of course, she's biracial. She's a mulata. No wonder. It was like, damn. It's like, never seen nobody age like that. She looked like, they had to actually put that picture, the only picture that is more honest. She got like profile picture and stuff, she had, all pictures. And this one, they actually had to put it in black and white. She looked like 75. Adios. He took off with the whole thing all the way over there. Uh-oh, here's a pigeon. Don't run away. Fight for your crumbs. Well, isn't that what they do over here? People always fighting for their crumbs. It's disgusting. It's the same amount of fighting. Why don't you fight for liberation instead of crumbs? It's just as taxing and stuff, so it's like, might as well do something. Take concrete actions, Oh my God, there they go with the he's running away with his bread. Oh my God. Oh my God, he's like, I'm not in the mood of sharing. He come from a big family. Yeah, that's a stigma. I spoke with people of huge families, and sometimes their motivations are like, so I don't know, like, no, I'm not gonna share, all my life, I had 12 brothers and sisters, and I had to share everything, like, so now they're like fixated on not sharing, you know. Anyway, started to feel a little bit cooler, like the humidity. I got out, it's like, my ex came out, okay, came out, came over. This morning it was like, he says, "Is that rain?" It's like, yes, it's like we are in the jungle, the rainforest, which is the same word. It's just like, in order to to get grants and shit, they always go like, oh no, for the rainforest. They're doing it for the rainforest, yeah. So how come we're losing rainforest everywhere? In Mexico, I think we only have like 30% of the jungle. There used to be jungle all the way to Chihuahua. It used to be jungle, like Central America and everywhere, jungle. And now it's gone because, mighty whitey don't know how to live in the heat like that, I guess. I don't know. I don't like the heat. But, I don't know. I always wanted to live in the south, or in the north, because they twisted the map. So I always wanted to live in the heat, just to like not to worry, like what the weather be like you're freezing out of nowhere. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure, living in the jungle is also another one. I guess you just have to get an umbrella, I guess. I don't know. You're right. You're right. No, I don't even know what it's like to live in a jungle, but it would be nice to live in the heat. All the time. In my hometown we have 2 seasons. That's what they say. I mean, the winter it gets cold, like around 3 to 7 a.m. And as soon as the sun come out, hot. I think they call that tundra or whatever, desertic weather. I don't know. We're like a desert. Except we have a lot of greenery, but it's not. It don't get as green as over here. Like everything come out like overnight. Every year I say like, I'm gonna be watching how the leaves come out. And for some reason there's storms or whatever, I stay home. Then the next day I come out and everything is green already. Like, oh. It would be nice to have be able to have a camera, just to see how. I don't know. It's just a random thought. Going back to the elections. Oh my God. This is not happening. I mean, all these freaking clowns again. All these clowns. The only one I heard of was Scott Stringer, the comptroller. I feel like I will vote for him because, it's easier to activate people against his tactics than if they put a token. Like Diane Morales or Maya Wiley, and it's like, because I'm a woman or whatever, like. I was watching Jason Black last night, and he was saying that Keisha Bottom B or something like that, the mayor of Atlanta, she's getting replaced by an old mayor. He's coming back. He was such a good token that he's coming back. It's so embarrassing. And like, I mean, as women, we don't have any pride. We have no shame. To have this woman, I mean, like, she was put in there just like, oh, it's our turn. Gotta be a woman. It gotta be a woman now. It gotta be it's my turn. Bitch, are you prepared? How long is your political career? How like, oh no, you've been doing this, you've been doing that non-profit industrial complex. That's not the same. It is not the same. We need uncompromising people that won't sell out, won't sell us out, like Fernando Cabrera, right here. I hope if you're in this District 14, I think it's District 14, Jerome Avenue. I hope you vote for anybody but Fernando. Well, Fernando Cabrera is gone, so I'm hoping that we get another Fernando Aquino. Fernando Aquino. Yeah, he seemed like he don't have buddies. Which, think about it, that's a dangerous strategy. They can. No, I don't think they will risk. And it's hard to be the underdog. I mean, like, unless they all get the memorandum, right, that we are gonna pretend we don't know such and such, and as soon as he or she win, like, we're gonna be like, oh, our buddy, our friend, like, we were all in cahoots. More, like the whole, like they say, the winning team with Richie Torres and Al Sharpton, which is endorsed by Al Sharpton. I said, an endorsement from Al Sharpton should be like disqualify you for political life for at least 50, 60 years. I mean, look at Harlem. Look at Harlem. I mean, his office is in Harlem. I don't know, I guess I assume he lives in Harlem. And, National Action Network is, I don't know what they're doing, to tell the truth. It's sad. It's sad what's happening to our African American brothers and sisters. It's like, there's no, and they're so close-minded right now. They're so close-minded. They don't want to sit down and talk. I mean, I will debate any of them. Like, what do you think you're doing when, I mean, we Mexicans have land, and we used to have plenty more land, and your government stole it from us, and you all are okay with that, and you're enabling your slave master, to continue this imperialist agenda. But then there's a whole chunk of African Americans. They say they're natives, they're Aboriginal, the Aboriginal movement. So if you're the Aboriginal movement, how come you don't defend Pachamama? How come you don't defend the soil? How come you don't unite most of the times with indigenous nations that, fighting, the water protectors, against those ducks, whatever, gas ducks, whatever. What's it called? They have a name. You don't see them. It's like, I mean, that's one of the distinctive things. If you're an Aboriginal, you have love and tons of love for Pachamama, and you don't care who it is, but you join them and you get happy, like we're doing in Mexico. We have a humongous plan. We're doing reforestation, and now your bedwench vice president came last week to sign a memorandum that they're going to consider joining us because we want to expand it to Central America to stop the Great Migration of refugees escaping imperialism, escaping the Monroe Doctrine that is killing us. They don't feel like you explain to them what the Monroe Doctrine is like. Say, oh, fuck it, we don't care about spics. Like it's like little brats. They're like little children that, and actually somebody told me, oh shoot, I should remind to see if they have any studies. Now, I think it was going to send me the link. studies that a lot of African Americans, they found out they don't get past 17 years old mentally. And I'm like, no shit. No shit. I'm like, and what about the children they raise? Because they are womb man, right? They're womb man. That's what they say, they're womb man. And like you said, you ask them, oh, that's great. How many children you gave to your people, to the cause? And say one, maybe two. I'm like, and you call yourself a womb man? Interesting. In my times, anybody had like 10, 12, 13 children. That was common. But that's part of the agenda. Look at the African continent. It's totally unpopulated. It's empty. It's empty. You can feed the entire United States. You can feed China and India and I don't know what else, all in the African continent. Just you have an idea how humongous the African continent is. And you check the population, it's like, wow, it's just I forgot how many millions. But it's like, compared to the landmass, it's like they are severely underpopulated in Africa. Not to mention in Mexico. We are not, I think you barely make it to 130 million Mexicans over there. You know, we have like 60 millions over here. So, and our beloved African Americans trying to pick a fight with us. Like, I mean, it's not to say that you should never go against, you know, that's not an excuse to not to go against somebody. Just because you are outnumbered, severely outnumbered, by the way. And why our African Americans are severely outnumbered? Well, that's right, because they don't recognize blackness as a diaspora. They don't recognize Africanity as a diaspora. You know, they say, oh no, if you don't have the entire Africoid phenotype, you're not black. What about the mulattoes? It's like, oh, but we already know. We already know that they have a black parent. Okay, like I say, just don't become terminally unique, which I think is too late. It's like, I'm not saying that they're lying. Nobody's been targeted like them. Nobody's been going through stuff, obviously, because it's like, that's the source. You got the original DNA that automatically make you a target, you know. But it got hot again. It's another hot air or something, I don't know. It's just like, I guess I'm just gonna go back home. I definitely just had to walk because the last 2 days it's been raining, so I didn't go out of the house. I think I haven't gone out. So I said, at least just walk up the staircase, you know. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna go through the street back home. Make sure at least, you know. Well, you're not gonna see this, but you know, for the future elections, if anybody encountered this video, this message in a bottle, in 2035 or whatever, you know, do your research. Just do your research, you know. I mean, like, on these candidates. These women are crazy. Like, you know, like Diane Morales having the nerve to run for mayor of New York City. And she cannot even organize her own campaign staff. I mean, like, I don't know if that shit ever, oops, sorry about my friend, happened before. I don't know. It might have happened many times. This is the first time that I learned about it, that, you know, the campaign people, they go on strike. But still, you know, how many people, I mean, can you imagine? She cannot even, you know, they don't even like her campaign people. And she's running for mayor. Maya Wiley, nobody know her. And she's part white. You know, that tell you like she's right there for something, for a specific agenda. That's all they are for. That's all they are for. What they're for. You know, like these are important positions. These are important positions. I mean, like, you know, we need public bathrooms at least. It's ridiculous. You know, everywhere there's feces. If they're gonna have a lockdown, at least, you know, you have to have porta potties or something. You know, like there's still a lot of stores they don't have their bathrooms open. Whole Foods still, at least in Harlem, they still have their bathroom closed. The water fountains are closed. What that tell you right there? You know, because you know what you get a very high risk when you are dehydrated. So that tell you right there. That tell you right there how much they like us. That they want to keep us dehydrated. There's no water fountains. I'm glad that these ones are open in the parks at least, but if you go to a store or whatever, there's no water. You have to buy it, and if you don't have money, like, you know, that's how you lose all your money. Look at all these bastards. Like, somebody fell asleep at the wheel. The light's been on green, and okay, now they move. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Bushika. These guys are like, wow, such an important life, such important lives. They like immediately they go like, no joke, no joke. So that's what it is right now, and every year. I keep getting videos being removed. I made a video on John Lee Anderson, Jon, John Lee Anderson. He gave an interview to this Mexican journalist, and he was unbelievably disrespectful, saying that, well, you know, Biden, it was like 2 years ago. You know, Biden is very unpleased with what you do. You're gonna get punished. You know, talking down, and the freaking reporter said like, wow, you know, like, you know, watch your tone of voice. It's like, you know, you talk like as if we are a colony of the United States. You know, we are Mexico. Here we are not the United States. So I made a comment, and I'm gonna do it again. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make another one. But that was not cut off from Mexico. That was cut off from here. That's like unbelievable. A video like 2 years old, or I guess it's like they don't want like nothing. Dissidents is like, forget about it. Forget about it. They're like, you know, like right now, I feel like they're letting the videos. That's a different strategy. They're letting the videos slide, and they wait until you're not looking. And I looked by accident. Almost by accident, I looked at these videos. Like, I clicked on it to see, like, let me see, you know, how many views it got. Gone. And it said, oh, this video was because the king said that, you know, this is not good for the colonies. You know, basically that's the translation, rough translation. Mind you that these journalists like John Lee Anderson, they are Googling, they are whatever, searching themselves. I hate saying that word. 24/7, looking out for their, you know, they don't want to end up like Almagro, which Almagro, Luis Almagro, you know, it's like everything is censorship by the algorithm. So most people, they don't even know what he's up to. Despicable piece of shit, you know, like, anyway, let me keep going. Oh my god, you took the whole thing? Oh no, it's right behind you. Like, I thought, like, what happened to the bread? Oh, you see, the bread's been there for a long time. Now they see somebody eating. It's like when you are in the train and you put your bag on the next seat. You can be sure that they're gonna request that seat. And if you don't put a bag on that seat, nobody sit on it. It's like, I don't know whether like psychological thing. Like, look at that, that's Maya Wiley right there. You're not hungry, you just like, you like say, well, I want my own slice, give my own, no, it's gone. You better get a piece of that slice later.